Hi guys, welcome to SewAdddicts. My name is Dami and today I'm going to be showing you guys 5 different t-shirt hacks, and of course I have one of the hacks on in this video, the lovely off-the-shoulder shirt. So where I changed one of my basic tees into this lovely off-the-shoulder, and I actually did receive a suggestion for this particular shirt from my friend Layla, so shout out to Layla in the audience. I guess you kind of inspired this whole video. So including this off-the-shoulder shirt, I'm going to be showing you guys 4 more different hacks, from, you know, the corset lace side to a slash back, and even this V-neck collar thing that's been going on now. And I hope you guys stay tuned to the rest of this video. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I hope you like what you see so far, and do not hesitate to subscribe. It's gonna be mucho appreciated. And if you like what you see so far and you just enjoy my journey, do not also hesitate to follow me on Instagram and tag me in any of your fantastic photos. And I hope you enjoy the video. So to get the off-the-shoulder look, we're going to be needing a couple of supplies. You need a tape measure, a pair of scissors, and a pen. So now we're actually going to be folding our t-shirt in half. And you don't have to worry about the bottom half of your t-shirt, just make sure to concentrate on the top half. So make sure to fold your t-shirt nicely and neatly in half. So now we're going to grab a pen and just mark the fold right there really faintly. So you want to figure out the width of your neckline. So we're going to be measuring that by taking a tape measure and placing it right there at the top of our shoulder point, taking the tape measure across our chest, a little bit above our collarbone, all the way to the other side of our arm. So you want to place this a little bit, maybe halfway your arm. So my measurement was about 17 inches halfway, and you want to come down about 1 inch. So coming down 1 inch was 16 inches. Then you're going to divide this number by 2. So when I divided, my number is 8 inches. So now you want to place that at the top point of your shoulder, angling it just like we did on our body, and marking that 8 inches point a little bit below our previous fold line. So now you're going to be cutting out your front. You want to cut out the front first and cut out the back later. So just make sure to snip into the fabric a little bit. And now we're going to be following the shape of our previous neckline all the way to that 8-point mark. So separate your front from your back just like this. And then you could pretty much just fold this flap all the way to the other side, and it kind of, you know, happens to be like a pattern that you could just trace out for your other side as well. So now that you're done with your front, we're going to be cutting out the back as well. So the back is really not going to be as low as the front. So we're going to be following the previous shape of our old neckline for the back. Basically just cut as close as you can to your previous neckline for the back. And then you're pretty much done with your off-the-shoulder shirt. To get this look, we're going to be using our tape measure, a pair of scissors, a chalk or marker, some rhinestones, and fabric glue. So now you want to figure out how deep you want your neckline to be. So I measured mine, and I'm going to make mine about 5 inches deep. So you want to measure that right there on your shirt. And then when you do this, you also want to fold your shirt neatly in half. So make sure to fold the top half of your shirt very nice and neat. And we're going to be marking the fold right there at our previous 5-inch mark. So now that you have this, you're going to be grabbing your ruler, and we're going to be going all the way to our neckline to measure about 1 inch in on both sides of our neckline, and creating basically our V neckline for our shirt. So now that you have the V neckline, we're pretty much going to be cutting this V separately away from our collar. So just like before, you want to separate your front and from the back. Make sure to not cut the back with the front. So separate the front from the back, And now you're going to be cutting really close to the previous neckline. Make sure to not cut away the neckline because this is going to be your collar. So now you want to take away this V shape. We're going to be cutting that out as well. And after this process, you're pretty much done. If you want to bedazzle yours, you could definitely go ahead and attach the rhinestones with the fabric glue. So make sure to put the glue on the rhinestones, and then you want to press this right there at the collar. So make sure to press this for a decent amount of minutes. This process is pretty long, so you probably want to dedicate about 2 hours to this. To get this look, we're going to be needing a tank top, a pair of scissors, and chalk. Now you want to flip over your tank top to the back. So of course, again, you want to figure out how long you want your crop top to be. So I kind of put mine on and I was able to mark how long I wanted my top to be. But when I measured it, it was about 6 inches long. So you want to transfer this 6 inches all the way on the other side of your tank top as well. So then you want to connect these 2 points together. So now we're going to be cutting into our back. Again, do not cut into your front. So make sure to cut into the back from the side seams all the way to the 6-inch point. So you want to cut across the back on that line all the way to the other side of the back as well. So after cutting away the piece from the back, now we're going to be dealing with our front. So you want to make sure to fold your front neatly in half. And we're basically going to be cutting our front wide open on the fold. And you're pretty much done with your crop top. You could definitely also finish up your raw edges, and this could pretty much be also used as a beach top. For this look, we're only going to be using a pair of scissors, a tape measure, some pins, and a decorative ribbon. So for this look, we're only really going to be using the bottom half of our shirt. And I measured about 10 inches up from my hem, and this is where our lace corset is going to go. So I placed a pin to mark my 10-inch point. So we're going to be marking 2 inches down all the way to the bottom of our shirt. And then when you're done with this, we're also going to be marking 2 inches out from the side seams of our shirt. So this point is where we're going to be cutting our holes. So the pins are pretty much just guidelines where we're going to be cutting pretty small but not too small holes where we're going to pass our decorative ribbon through. So you want to cut these holes all the way down the 2-inch marks on the shirt. And when you're done with this, you're pretty much done with the holes and you're ready to pretty much lace up your corset. So pass the ribbon tape through, and you could do this in a crisscross or a zigzag or whatever method you want, and just pass the ribbon through the holes however you like. And make sure to not make this too tight or too loose. Making it too tight gives the corset a really funny shape. So you could definitely end this with a bow, and when you're done, you could just snip your ribbon. So later on, I actually didn't really like the way my ribbon looked, so I cut it in half and made it a little bit smaller. So to get this look, we're going to be using our oversized tee, a ruler, some chalk, and a good pair of scissors. So the idea for this design is basically to create slashes down the back of our fabric. So we're going to be folding the back in half. And yes, you don't want to include the front, just fold the back neatly in half. And to help do that, you can match both side seams of the back together, just like I did here. And you could also go to the top of your neckline and match both shoulders together as well. So this kind of creates a nice guideline to create a nice fold for your back. But if you want everything to lay pretty nice and steady, you could also go in there and just throwing a couple of pins so nothing moves around. So the next thing we're gonna do is determine how long you want your first slash to be away from your neckline. So I'm going to be measuring about 1.5 inches down from my neckline, and this is where my first slash is going to start from. So now that we have that point, we're going to be creating some sort of slant line all the way from that point all the way to the bottom of her shirt to that point. So make sure your line is nice and straight and it doesn't look too wonky, because it's definitely going to show. So when you have this nice neat line, we're going to be going to her fold, and I'm going to be measuring again 1.5 inch line right there at that point. So my first slash is going to be 3 inches wide, so I'm going to measure 3 inches from that point. So all my other slashes are going to be 1 inch wide, so I'm measuring 1 inch all the way down to the bottom of my shirt. So when you're done with this, you also want to square off those lines to meet your slant V line. So do this all the way to the bottom of the fabric, and when you're done, make sure that everything is laying really nice and flat, and you're pretty much ready to just cut all your slashes and your boxes out. So the first one, we're going to be cutting that 3 inch wide strip. We're going to be cutting that away, as you can see. And you want to skip one strip and cut the next one. So basically you're going to be skipping and cutting the next, skipping and cutting the next, all the way till you reach the bottom of the shirt. So after doing this, you could definitely just take out all your pins, and your shirt is pretty much ready with all the really beautiful slashes down to the back. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you actually learned something that you could apply to any of those basic dyeing t-shirts in your closet. So I hope you guys learned a lot. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do not hesitate to subscribe to my channel. And thanks for sticking around to the end of this video. Do not hesitate to also scroll down, leave me suggestions of any video you want to see. Again, shout out to Layla for this video. And I hope to catch you awesome SewAdddicts next week.